Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing the first 6 months of 2021 for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. Now let's let the bull sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Aries, first 6 months of 2021, Aries. 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 Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels, ooh, goodness, let me go and pick these up. That all just tumbled on the floor. Definitely wanting to be heard during this time. Okay. Awesome. Aries, first 6 months of 2021, Aries. First 6 months of 2021, Aries. First 6 months of 2021, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay, now we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Before we see what the cards have to say, we're going to put up for each 6 months a major arcana, a spirit animal card, and a chakra card. So it will take a moment to do, but let's start. Okay, let's start with the chakra. For the chakra energy for this time, Aries, the first 6 months of 2021, Aries. The first 6 months of 2021, Aries. The first 6 months of 2021, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. All right. Now let's see what the spirit animal cards have to say. Because, 2020 has been such an intense year. I want to, and Spirit wants to, have this be as comprehensive and as powerful as possible for you. Aries, first 6 months of 2021, Aries. The first 6 months of 2021, Aries. The first 6 months of 2021, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading. Fantastic. And then finally, the major arcana cards for this time. Aries. The first 6 months of 2021, 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 Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Awesome. Okay. So this is going to be, of course, January, February, March, April, oh goodness, May, all right, and June. Fantastic. Okay, now for the tarot. On the left-hand side, this is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side is the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We start off with the 9 of Cups. That's a beautiful start, Aries. And then we have the Queen of Wands. You're definitely stepping into some power, stepping into your power. The 6 of Wands and the Page of Swords. Brilliant. Absolutely beautiful. Which we need beauty during this time. We have Temperance, strong Sagittarius energy. That is a time frame of November 22nd to December 21st. The 6 of Swords, you have the repeat of the number 6. That is the kindest, most loving of the numbers. You have the Page of Wands. Your heart is a student. You have the 5 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. The Fool. The 8 of Swords. That makes perfect sense. And the 5 of Wands. That does make sense. Okay. Making sure you can see everything perfectly, as clear and comprehensive as we can possibly be. All right, so let's start off talking about month by month, just going through. So we're going to start with July, and then we will get to the tarot. So we have here the Star, the Horse Spirit. Freedom is yours. Oh, that's lovely. Flexibility. So let's start off with the major arcana. Actually, let's start off with the chakra energy. Yeah, that's what Spirit wants. Okay, so we're starting with the chakra energy of the sacral chakra. So for the month of January, the sacral chakra, which is where a lot of negativity from this life and past lives are held, that is going to be something that is coming up. It is going to be a freeing from from negativity, from doubts, from fears, from angers, from upsets, upheaval. There's going to be a sense of embracing flexibility of mind, of soul, of spirit, of self. You're going to find that wisdom, this is a stance of wisdom and calling wisdom into your body, is going to be quite a powerful part of you as you move forward. And as you release negative energy from this life, from past lives handed down within your DNA, you're finding that the beginning of this new year. And, January is named after the god Janus, which is the Roman god of beginnings and endings. And that really is this time for you, the time of embracing flexibility of mind, of spirit, of soul, and of self, to move you forward in power, in grace, and in being. There is a sense here of heightened creative energy, which can also come through as heightened sexual energy. So do be aware of that. And if you hone this into creative outlets, you can really find that your soul and your angels express themselves so absolutely beautifully to you during this time. This is a time of beginnings. This is a time of endings. This is a time of walking between worlds. Yeah, you're going to find that you are very connected with the spiritual world, with the earthly plane. You're looking for more. And January really has you, January 2021 really has you embracing more. I feel this energy surging at on the soles of my feet during this time, and that really does exemplify the Fool's energy, the beginning to move forward, the sense of this is the beginning of my hero's journey. And for a lot of us Aries during this time, during 2021, we've been soul tested in 2020. We've had ourselves look at what is really the most important thing to us. And here in 2021, it's like, okay, well, how are we going to move forward in flexibility of soul and of self? The words, oh, we don't, we never. We're going to find ourselves being able to break that negativity spoken over us, those, kind of DNA chains, the pain, the hurt, the scars within our DNA, moving forward. And that's what leads you to the spirit animal of the horse spirit during this time. Freedom is yours. It's like freedom is yours. You're embracing a freedom within yourself, a sense of I can and I will be moving forward. And then we have the star. It's just so absolutely beautiful. This is Aquarius energy, which is beautiful because it's the time frame of January 20th to February 18th. This is a sense of pouring our healing waters into the world. This is a sense of us saying, it is my time. It is my time to embrace my love. You have the star of Venus right above, to embrace love, to embrace beauty, to say, I'm moving forward with that flexibility, with the balance of the spiritual and the earthly, as I achieve more than I had imagined. And as I heal in a way I didn't think was possible. And so there's a beauty. Now, the star is also the highest form of our perfection. So the highest form of your perfection is coming forward in January to say it is time, and it is my time. Now we come to February. We have here the Death card. No, not the Death card. Judgment. That is Anubis, the god of death. So that's why I did get confused. Your heart is judged against the weight of a feather in Egyptian, there we go, mythology. But here it is judgment, and it is that beautiful symbology of the heart judged against the weight of a feather. The elephant spirit, learn from the past. Oh, I like that. Universal light. You stand and you are graced in February with universal light, with this beauty, with this passion, with this power, with this brilliance coming forward. So this is the soul star chakra, located 6 inches above your crown. I always see us as this nebulous right here of light, of this, shining forth of beauty, of brilliance, of power, of understanding. And it goes into our consciousness and it roots us into the ground. So there's universal light that comes from us during this time. And if you live in cold areas, February is a time where it does get it can be the grayest, one of the grayest months. So here to have that beautiful light, and even if you live somewhere sunny in February, to be part of that light, to be part of the blaze and the beauty of the sun, that's just going to energize you in a way that you hadn't anticipated. It's going to be a beacon of the way that you move forward, of wisdom, of your angels, of your spirit guides, truly connecting with you. It brings you to learning from the past, because you are this light that shines forward, and you've learned so much from the hardships of the past that we have been through as a world, and you've learned so much from the hardships of the past that you have been through as an individual. And yes, we can also say that these are the beauties of the past. We learn from the hardships and we learn from the beauties. But Spirit is saying we tend to learn a bit more succinctly when there are hardships set before us, when we have to overcome, when we have to strive, okay, when we have to push for more. And yeah, and that gives us a sense of powerful realization. Spirit is just showing me when I was little. I was a little bit blind, a little bit deaf when I was little. And it made things that everybody else took for granted so much harder. It was like, oh my goodness. And so that's what Spirit is showing me. It's like the things that others take for granted, because we had to struggle, it gives us a level of compassion. And that could be equated to anything in our lives as we move, as we evolve, as we become. There is a sense of wisdom really being a part of us. And we know the bones of the matter. And why I said that, and why I say this, is because Spirit is showing me, when elephants meet their fallen, okay, that even the bones of their fallen, they will mourn. They will sit there and have this ritual, have this respect for part of their clan, part of their unit, part of their herd. There we go. That has passed away. And we need to have that respect for ourselves, for others, yes, too, but for ourselves, for the sense of I'm a constant evolving being who sheds a skin and steps forward into a truth, into a light. And my cellular memory is a part of that evolution. And it brings us to judgment. It brings us to our angels being right there with us. It brings us in February to saying, I need to follow the beauty and the lightness of my heart. I need to follow the balance, the brilliance, the power that is me. And as I do so, my heart needs to be lighter than a feather. I need to have this lightness, this contentment, because universal light shines through me. I cannot be weighed down with anger and, malcontent. Spirit is saying, and your angels are saying, I am here with you. Utilize me. You are finding this to be a resurrection time, a resurrection of your spirit, a resurrection of your beauty, a resurrection of your power, a resurrection of your grace. And you are stepping into that light. There's a transformative time here to be utilized. Then we move to March. We have the world. Oh, I love that. The brown bear spirit. And truth. Oh, that's beautiful. So we start with truth. This is the throat chakra. This is a time in March to speak our truth, to be balanced within our truth. There is a sense with the theme of February moving into March, and you even have it with the balancing of the waters in January. You have a balancing coming in for you, Aries. There's a sense of being more harmonized within yourself, within your soul, as you move forward. So here it is a sense of heightened communication through the fact that you speak truth, through the fact that people know, listen, this is Aries. What I get is what I get. And I will know. I will know they speak the truth. Because it's like being one of those people who people sit there and say, okay, I might not like what they have to say, but I respect them. And that respect, that's a huge thing, to be respected by people. It's like trust. Trust is hard won. It's easily broken. And it is hard won. And it's hard to restore. And so here, as you step in your truth, you're stepping in to trust of self and saying, this is my soul. This is myself. This is my power. This is my grace. And I embrace my throat chakra. I embrace the power within my lungs, within my soul, within my expression of self, to be as true to me as humanly possible. Always coming from a place of kindness and compassion for yourself and for humanity around you. And you're balancing the scales within truth. This leads you to the brown bear spirit. Take time out to really look at the seeds that you are planting over your heart during this time, because you're awakening into passion. You're awakening into kind of this mama bear mentality of life. And you might say, okay, why not Papa Bear? It's because mama bears if you ever have somebody sit there, if you're ever somewhere, like let's say hiking, and they go, watch out, or you can't go on that trail, there's a mama bear there. That's because if you come too close to her cubs, that mama bear will attack. That mama bear will become fiercely defendant, guarding of her children. And that's what you are during this time, to your truth, to the seeds that you plant within your heart. It's like, this is mine, and I'm fiercely defending it. So you might find that you react to things a little bit intensely in March. It's just kind of like, well, this means so much to me. This is so powerful. This is so much more than I had imagined. And that's a powerful, profound truth. And it brings you to the world. It really does. It brings you to the world opening up to you in a way where you hold the world tree in your hands, in a way where there is so much more to gain an understanding of. There is so much more to empower, to embolden, to invigorate you forward. And the world you start to see as you embrace your truth, as you embrace you with more love of self. It's like there's a shift that goes on, and you really are looking at the seeds that you are planting within your heart, Aries, in March. It's like, what am I planting for me? What is it that I desire? Because the old limits, they're not the same. You're going to see doors open that you didn't even know existed, or that you thought, oh, well, that's barred to me. I don't get to walk forward this way. I don't get to have this beauty. I don't get to have this power in my life. And you're going to see that those ideas were completely misconstrued. You are more powerful, and you are stepping into that power in a very, very personal. March is a very personal time where you see yourself stepping into a truth, a power, opening to the world. It's like you thought, oh, these disabilities will hold me back, or this way that I have always been defined. I have to move forward just like that. And you're going to see, no, the world opens to you in a way you hadn't expected in March. So we now move to April. We have here Aries, which is very, very funny. That's March 21st to April 19th, the time frame. You have the cat spirit, claim your independence, which is so you. You have you shining through in April. So as an Aries energy, you shine through. And then you have holistic health, taking a holistic approach to yourself and your light and your life. But what's so beautiful here is, Aries, you come through in my mind's eye as red, and you're represented by the root chakra. You have the cat, which is orange and red here. And so that energy of passion, that energy of creation is just such a part of you. And there's power here. So during April, as we enter into April and as you embrace April, there is a power to you as you step into your own month and as you step into yourself and as you're embraced by the card that represents you the most. So let's start off with holistic health. This is taking a more natural approach to things. This isn't saying, to do anything. Yeah, this isn't saying okay, so what Spirit is saying is always consult your doctor. But this is taking a more holistic approach when it comes to health. This is like vitamins. This is exercise. This is, really, this is yoga. This is meditation. This is listening to your body. This is embracing you in a very, very real and very beautiful way. And as you do so, you're also embracing holistic approaches when it comes to your relationships with others. It's like you're really looking at that person as themselves, as an individual, and you are looking at you as yourself, as an individual, and you are healing, okay? And you're also opening up to new avenues. It's kind of like, okay, well, what is the best for my body? What is my body telling me? What is it that I need? What is my soul saying during this time? What is it that I'm longing for? Because that becomes very big for you. It's centering on you. And this is a time where you really start to look at you, Aries. Not at everybody else. It's like, what about me? And it's not in a selfish way. I don't want you to think, oh, this is a me time and get upset. This is a time where you're sitting there and saying, I need to thrive and shine within my life. You're building up to it here, okay? And you're claiming a power as the world opens up to you. You're claiming so much more than what you had originally anticipated, what you had thought could be yours. And with the cat spirit, it says, claim your independence. You're claiming your independence, you're claiming your beauty, you're sitting there and realizing your worth. And when we claim our independence as individuals, it doesn't mean we sit there and say, oh, I don't need anybody, I can be just totally aloof within this world. It means that we look at ourselves truthfully, honestly, powerfully, beautifully, and we claim the independence, the grace that divinity has given us and blessed us with. And there's a power to you during this time. You are very introspective. You are it's a very personal time for you. I mean, you go from March, which is also a very personal time for you. And this is all, it's so evolutionary focused on your soul, on what you desire. And you start off with such a heavy hitter of pouring the waters of truth into your life and moving forward with this rebirth of insurgence of power as the world opens, and then you claim the very essence of yourself. You sit there and you say, this is me. This is what I desire for my life. This is what I need. There is so much more to me than what people have expected. There's power, there's brilliance, there's beauty here. Yes, you have fault and you have failed. You're human. That is what we do. I mean, what is it? What is the old saying? To err is to be human. And that's truth. But you're claiming your throne. You're saying, this is what I stand for. This is what I desire within my life. This is what I need. And as you embrace this truth, you embrace a heightened part of you. You embrace so much more than what you had originally thought. And you claim that throne. You are that emperor. You are the ruler of your existence. And you inspire kings. So now we move to May. We have strength. I love that. The butterfly spirit and family. So you have strength, this beautiful transformation. As you embrace family, you again have the root chakra coming forward. So the root chakra is in the holistic health. The root chakra theme moves and follows forward into May. And this is family. This can be your family that you grew up with, or that is your, biological or, adopted family. And this can also be the family that you chose, the family that you created out of friends and out of people that you've met. But this is saying that root, that sense of camaraderie, that sense of, Spirit is saying relation of soul is so important. It's like, I stand in a truth that is as thick as blood, that is as powerful as creation. And that's the energy that Spirit is showing me around family. It's very intense. And if you're saying, I don't have anybody like that, it's your angels, it's your spirit guides, it's your divine family that is right there with you. And this is a transformative time. Okay? This says transformation is beautiful. As you evolve, it is beautiful. As you shed an old skin, it's like as you come out of the chrysalis and you spread your wings, you are transformed. You're not the same person you once were. And this is a powerful truth. It's overwhelming, yes. And there's a sense of the beauty in the dark and in the light. Because butterflies, as much as we think of them as little jewels that float upon the wind and are just so absolutely lovely, they're also attracted to carrion, which is something that most people don't realize. And so they're attracted to dead things too. So yes, they are beauty, but they're not always beautiful, in their actions. And so here it is embracing that duality of ourselves. Yes, we are beautiful, but we're not always beauty within the way that we look at things, within the depth of our soul, within what we are drawn to, at times. And this is coming to terms with the shadowed self, the self that we don't want people to see, and the self that we're like, oh yeah, this is who I aspire to be every single day. And so the transformation is beautiful. And then we have strength. Now this is Leo energy, time frame July 23rd to August 22nd. I say the time frames with these just in case anybody is looking for anything to define a time for them, or if you're, or if they connect with people and you're not exactly sure what zodiac sign they are, but you know the date of their birth. So here with strength, and this is also leading you, you can go to this transformation, have the strength, and it carries on into this time period. Spirit is saying don't limit yourself in any way, shape, or form as you're moving forward. This is strength that lasts an eternity. This is the strength not of brute force, but of kindness. And Aries, as the emperor, as represented, okay, by the warrior, right, within the heavens, okay, because Aries is the god of war, and is so in the constellations, is so in the stars. There is a sense here of your truth, your passion, your power really coming forward. And an evolved Aries knows that as you claim your throne, as you are the general of battle and are the commander of passion and of truth, all right, that the greatest strength that you have is not through anger, it's not through chaos, it's not through destruction, it's through love, it's through compassion, it's through the beauty of self, it's through the power of the heart. And that is your greatest strength. And that is a power that is absolutely unstoppable for you to realize. And here, there's strength in love, there's strength in compassion. That leopard does not have to be kind to the woman, okay? He could maul her, and it could all be done. But there is mutual respect here. And that is what you're striving for within this world. And then it leads you to June. We have the Hermit, the cow spirit, and divine wisdom, okay? The Hermit, we're starting with divine wisdom, there we go. And this, again, is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. This is a time of wisdom, true and utter angelic divine wisdom coming to you, guiding you forward, leading you on a journey you could hardly have imagined and sometimes find it hard to realize. But there is wisdom coming to you. There is knowledge that is a part of you. And it leads you. It leads you to seeing the miracles within the world. Now, it can be the big miracles that we all look for, but more importantly, it's the small miracles. It says the miracles are endless. And to see endless miracles is not one big thing after another after another. It's very small. It's very gentle. Okay? It's a myriad of small, beautiful things that move us forward. Okay? That empower us, embolden us. That have us spreading our wings and stepping into the grace of divinity and the universe. The miracles are endless. And usually they can be as overlooked and as gentle as the brush of butterfly wings. But they are astoundingly powerful. And it leads you to the Hermit. It leads you to really, during this time, being introverted, being contemplative, sitting in quiet and connecting with so much more than you realized. Now, the Hermit is a Virgo time frame, August 23rd to September 22nd. There is a sense here of embracing more than you realized, not through being a part of the chaos and the hustle and the bustle of existence, but through being a part of your heart, your soul, yourself, that connection with breath, that connection with what heals you, what drives you, what is so imperative to the very essence of you. This is not a time where you need to be in the middle of everything. Spirit is also saying of anything. It's of anything and everything. Though at times you're going to feel that way. But you will find that the greatest wisdom comes to you and the most powerful miracles come to you when you least expect it and when you're quietly in communion with yourself, with your soul. Now this leads us to the inner self. And the inner self here is the 9 of Cups. This is love. Okay, the 9 of Cups is beauty. And beauty, it is easier for others to see the 9 of Cups than it is for us. This is wishes coming true. This is wishes being granted. This is beauty coming forward. And so crowning you with your inner self during 2021, there is a grace, an elegance, an eloquence of soul and determination of heart that leads you forward. You are embracing the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is you. You're fire sign energy. During this time, during this first 6 months of the year, okay, you have this beauty shining through you, and you have yourself amplifying and really embodying the Queen. Now, I see queens as the directors behind the scenes. You don't need to be the center of attention, kind of like a king. A king is the actor upon the stage that everybody looks at. For you inwardly, as you embrace your elemental power, which is fire, you're represented by the wands in the minor arcana. You're represented by the emperor in the major arcana. You embrace your fire, your love, your truth, your passion, your desire. There's a part of you that looks, that takes in, that contemplates and becomes. You see so much more than people realize. You are more powerful than people give you credit for. And there will be times, Aries, where you want to sit there and say, I can't believe you underestimate me. The powerful thing is to let them underestimate you and to embrace and keep building that power, that truth, to step into your worth. And during the first 6 months of this year, it is time to celebrate yourself. It is time to embrace a Six of Wands mentality. The Six of Wands is celebration. The Six of Wands is saying, for a job well done, for a passion well had, for beauty that guides you forward, for a respect and a truth of self. Say, well done, me, instead of, you should have done better. Because we tend to do that to ourselves. We tend to push a little further, to sit there and say, well, just wait for that other shoe to drop. Or you really think you did a good job, you could have always done better. That's not fair. That's not fair to you. The Six of Wands, divinity always describes the Six of Wands to me as, what type of boss do you want to have? Is it the boss that builds you up, that says, good job, that makes you feel like you're part of something bigger? Or is it the boss that knocks you down? Is it the boss that if you do everything that you're supposed to do, they'll say, well, why didn't you do this? Or they don't say, well done, they just walk away. Who do you work harder for? What type of boss are you for you, Aries? Because during the first half of this year, Spirit is saying, celebrate. You will be surprised. You celebrate your victories. You celebrate your miracles. You end with miracles. That's what you want. You want those miracles to come forward because you become a student of your mind. You become a student of knowledge and understanding because you're living in brilliance, in passion, in beauty and truth. And so here, with the Page of Swords, as you embrace, with this beauty that shines from you, that others can see more easily than you can, but as you have wishes coming forward, as you have majesty embracing your very heart, your very soul, and as you learn to say, job well done, me. I'm doing really great. You become a student of your mind. You become a student of your thoughts. You go deeper into reality and into spirituality, and you find that you gather knowledge. Okay, Spirit is showing it like others gather bouquets. Okay, others gather flowers. You gather knowledge, and it becomes a beautiful power for you that you wield with truth, honor, and justice of self. And it brings you to temperance. Now, the Sagittarius energy that comes forward, that crowns your heart, okay, is the duality of self. You have a gold cup and you have a silver cup. Forever, the Sagittarius energy pours the waters from one to another. So it's kind of in contrast to Aquarius, but greatly linked, because the Sagittarius energy pours it contained. The Aquarius energy pours it into the world. And that's going to be a powerful thing for your heart. There is energy, there's love, there's beauty, there's truth that is constantly being renewed for your love, your passion, your soul, yourself. Okay? From one cup to another, from day to night, from shadowed self to awakened self. And there is a way that you pull people in. There are such profound questions that you ask. You have a way of inciting passion, okay? Of seeing a greater truth and it moving you forward towards more. And it is the balance of self. If you see here, one feminine face, one masculine face, there is a duality to you. A duality of discovery, a duality of determination, a duality of beauty, a duality to your heart. Okay, it can be the emotional side of the heart, and the heart that needs to connect with the mind, the logical side of life. And it's like, okay, well, I can't be fully logical because that makes me cold and unfeeling. And I can't be fully emotional because that makes me chaotic. And so there's a need and a balance right in between that opens up your world. And it brings you to the Six of Swords. It brings you to really connecting with your mind, right? And I believe that we are emotional beings. And as emotional beings, we need that connection with our minds to center us, to ground us. And we need that connection with our hearts to let our truth ring pure. And so you're gathering up your knowledge. You're gathering up your truth within your heart as you embrace a brilliance, as you have a coming together of self, as you have an awakening of balance, of truth, of harmony, of harmonizing realities. You take your knowledge and you move forward. Is it scary? Yeah, it is. Does it push you out of your comfort zone? Yes, it does. Is it beautiful, powerful, and exactly where you need to be? Yes. Yes, you're on a journey. And this is a powerful, brilliant, beautiful journey, Aries. And you are moving forward as well armed and as well prepared as you can possibly be. And it brings you to your heart. And I love this right here. Okay? You have the power to look at chaos and say no more. No more do you get to rule me. No more do you get to define me. No more do you get to hold me back. And it brings you to being a student of your passion, of what you desire, of what gets you out of bed in the morning. Okay? A lot of things. Because, 2020 has been a forging time. A time where we looked at what really, really, and we were forced to look at what really mattered to us. More so than all the chaos that we can surround our world with. And now, 2021, you become a student of your passion. You become a student of your brilliance, your majesty, of how you move forward in truth and authenticity. And you say no more to the chaos that drowns. And so, at times, you might feel annoyed with your heart during these first 6 months, because you might find yourself maybe feeling a bit naive, like, oh, I can't believe I thought this, or I can't believe I trusted this way, or I can't believe. But what you are doing here is you're opening up to the endless possibilities of this world. And you are saying, it is time to walk forward. It is time to embrace a new truth, a new power, a new understanding. And as I do so, I come to things with a beginner's mind. And you do so in your personal self, where you come to things with the beginner's mind, with your mind opened to new ideas, to new possibilities, to truths that ring as purely as a bell. And these are passions that guide you in determination, in passion, in beauty. And you come to things kind of as a child comes to the world, wide-eyed. It's not completely helpless, it's not as a newborn not being able to hold up your head. It's like you start this new beginning and you become the hero of your tale. And you come to things in a way that hardly seems real at times. Because you're looking at preconceived notions, preconceived ideologies or ideas, and you're saying, why? And you're feeling yourself freed from constrictions you didn't know held you back. And it moves you to the Five of Cups. Your heart changes your mind and changes your whole entire life. You don't focus on the fallen. You focus on the beauty that heals. And it leads you to the public arena, and that's exactly what the public arena is saying. The Two of Cups, the Minor Arcana Lovers card. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the Five of Cups is 3 cups spilt on the ground, and the person looking over them in just such sorrow, and 2 cups standing behind, not even being seen. The healing, the love that is there, not even being recognized. You are crowned with that love in the public arena. You are crowned with that truth. And you are embracing a healing, beautiful love that moves you forward, that opens up the doors, that you say, why not? The cups, the 2 cups of day and of light, and of night, of light and of shadow, that make up the intricacy and the brilliance of our world. There's healing, there's love, there's wishes, there's radiance to you. That is what you're embracing. And it begins you. It begins you with a healing on the Fool's journey. Now, we are all on a Fool's journey because we are on a journey of self and others don't really understand. And so you take steps forward. And you can look backwards at times. It's kind of like, oh wow, look at this. So you might not always be as mindful of what it's ahead as maybe you should be. But what you are doing is you're being guided towards something great. You want to be mindful of looking forward or looking kind of right in front of you. There's going to be a tendency to look towards the past and want to sit there and be like, well, it happened like this time, so it's going to happen like that again. It's not necessarily true. So you look towards the past, okay, for guidance, because that's where we get our wisdom from. We look towards the future because we need a plan, right? Just going off higgly-wiggly is not a good idea. But we need to be in the present. We need to sit there and say, in this moment, in this time, I enjoy and embrace my life, my soul, and my truth. And that is what you do as you move forward. As you become more than what you expected. As you begin your hero's path. Not everybody is going to understand you, Aries. This is your hero's journey. Before heroes are heroes, they are fools. They are people attempting to do the impossible. But this is a time where you look at the impossible and you say, either I go for it now, or I never get to be the hero of my story, of my tale, of what I desire. So you leap. There's one thing that is assured when we leap. We will fall. We will fall, we will skin our knees, we will bloody our hands, we will fail in one way or another. The jump will not be as smooth as we hope it would be. It will not bring flight right away. It is something we work towards. The path becomes easier as we become wiser. And now this is where you have to be mindful, because it leads you to the Eight of Swords. And you have here the Six of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So you start to celebrate yourself. You are a student. And then doubt kicks in. And it's like, can you really do this? Do you really have the power, the passion, the truth? What makes you think that you're entitled to succeed? What makes you think you're destined to fail, Aries? The Eight of Swords. People can live their whole lives and live their whole lives in the Eight of Swords. In anger, in despair, in fear that paralyzes. Feeling like no matter which road they pick, which path they take, they will be cut. They will be ruined in one way or another. You're done with that. This is saying, be mindful of being too much in your own mind. Look at when you're overly worrying. Look at when you're projecting failure on yourself. Look at when you're thinking that next shoe, it has to drop. things can't be this good, or things can't go easy, or oh my gosh, just wait. Because there's fear. Because we've already been through so much. How much can one person go through? Do not let chaos become your ruler. Do not let fear become your master. Because it can easily happen during this time. It can easily become too much. And the mind can become too much. So be kind to yourself. Embrace the healing. Embrace the journey forward. Embrace the confidence. And silence the unfounded fear. And it's not that you don't have reason to be afraid, right? Every single one of us can sit there and say, here are all the reasons why I should be afraid to move forward, to take a chance on me, to go after my brilliance. My third grade teacher said I was an idiot, so has to be true, right? It's like, stop. We keep the negative in our minds so much more easily than we keep the positive. And this is a pattern that needs to be broken during this time. We need to step into our brilliance, to step into our glory, Aries. And the Five of Wands is the chaos, the doubt, the fear, the inner turmoil that says, oh no, I can't. I just can't. And it's like, oh yes, I can. Because 5 is a freedom number. And you start off being propelled towards freedom with the horse spirit a part of you. You start with freedom, you end with miracles. So why do we let chaos reign? Why does doubt and chaos and negativity and anger and things that start off small but then blow up into something huge get to be our defining moments? It's like, no. I am the passion that burns inside. I am the duality of my soul and of myself. And I am stronger than the negative. I am stronger than the chaos. Because I myself am a bit of chaos. We are part of creation. We are part of chaos. Stardust runs through our veins. We are part of a universe that is forever expanding, forever, as stars live and die. We are part of something so much greater than we could ever realize. And that empowers. It doesn't take away. And because I want this, Spirit wants this. But I also, because everything has been so intense, I want this to be as comprehensive as powerful. And Spirit saying, go deeper, go deeper. Let's go deeper. Aries. The first 6 months of 2021. Aries. The first 6 months of 2021. Aries. The first 6 months of 2021. Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. So this card, can you see it? That popped up. You got a bonus card because Lord knows we're not going deep enough, right? Let's see. Can you see that? Your bonus card, before we turn anything else over, is the Ten of Cups. And they all live happily ever after. The Ten of Cups is the conclusion of a cycle when it comes to the heart, when it comes to what we really desire in life, when it comes to our truth. And so here, with the Ten of Cups, as we go deeper, it's saying, just as Spirit was saying before, you have been grounded in what truly matters to you, in what is truly important, what truly blesses and empowers. And you've come to that conclusion of what truly is the most magnificent thing for you as you walk forward in your life, as you move towards your happily ever after. And because of everything that we have been through as a world, individually, we're really starting to see what matters most. Okay. Page of Pentacles, Tower, Moon. Two of Wands, Five of Cups, High Priestess. Death, Strength, Nine of Cups. You begin the reading with the Nine of Cups. You end the reading with the Nine of Cups. Okay? You begin the main part of the reading with the Nine of Cups. You end going deeper with the Nine of Cups. That is exquisite. That is symmetry and poetry and balance coming together, which is a bit like this time is. It's so much more than you're anticipating. And yet, it is at times more intense than what you want. Because there's a sense of, oh, let's just have things be easy. And Spirit's saying, nothing ever grows from easy. And we as human beings are like, well, let's give it a shot. Let's see what comes. So you start off with the Page of Pentacles. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You are a student of your prosperity. You're a student of what you truly desire and your true strength. And you're seeing new opportunities come forward. You're seeing new desires bring you closer to what you need, closer to what you want, to more than you expected. And you start to really study what is prosperous for you, not what everybody else views as prosperity, but what is prosperous for you. And it brings you to the Tower. And a Tower time, there's not much more of a Tower time than we have been through. And the Tower is divinity saying, this is change. Ready or not, here it comes. And here with the Six of Wands, as we move forward, learning how to celebrate ourselves, how to embrace our grace. Divinity is pushing us out of our comfort zone, blessing us with the yud around, blowing our minds in a very symbolically profound way, and saying there's more than what you expected here. It is time to get out of our comfort zones. It is time to move forward. And we never would have moved forward this way if divinity didn't give us this profound push. Now, for some, it's been 16 years of not really feeling as if you have your footing, okay, of divinity keeping you on your toes, keeping you out of your comfort zone. And there's a sense here of, from this chaos, really seeing how to and embracing how to celebrate yourself. And it moves you to the moon. The moon is a Pisces energy, February 19th to March 20th. But as you become a student of your mind, you also become a student of what you truly fear. We have the wolf and we have the dog here. We have the lobster, the wolf and the dog. One is the, man's best friend, and the other man fears, right? So we have the tamed and the wild aspects of ourselves. One is our best friend, the other we fear within ourselves. And then we have the lobster. Lobsters, the higher levels of their serotonin, the bigger the lobster will be. So the more confident we are in ourselves, the more powerful our inner lobster is. The bigger the claws, the more powerful the exoskeleton. And that's what you're embracing. It's like, I'm embracing my strength, my grace, my power, my beauty, myself. This is saying, from fear, we see our truth. Because we see what we fear. We see what holds us back. And we're saying no. We're seeing beauty within the shadows. We're seeing truth within what we desire. And we are moving forward. So during this time, yes, you have fear. Yes, you are facing that fear dead in the eye. And you are saying there's brilliance in the silvery light of the moon. And instead of being afraid of the shadows, instead of being afraid of what's to come. I see the shadows for what they are. Shading of reality. I see my fear for what it is. A survival mechanism that my ancestors greatly needed to evolve and to become. Because we're not from the weak ones. Okay? We're not from the people who didn't run when a bear came. Our ancestors aren't those people. They're the people who learned not to eat the poison berries. They're the people that learned not to drink the bad water. And so we evolved. And so the fear that kept us alive can keep us frozen. And we honor the fear, again, for what it is, the survival mechanism. But we do not let that fear rule us. It brings you to the Two of Wands. As you embrace your balance, okay, as you move forward in your knowledge, you hold the world in your hands, and you look out over the horizon, seeing that the world isn't quite as large, as scary, as it once was. It's manageable. You're holding it. It's like, I can do this. And so as you see this, you change your mind and you change your whole entire life. As you become a student of your truth, you see the fallen cups, the wine that's spilt, that is being absorbed back into the earth. Nothing is ever wasted. It always still exists in different forms. But now it's time to turn around and to see the healing beauty that awaits you. And as you do this, you see more deeply, because you have the Five of Cups in your heart, rooting your heart here in the main part of your reading. Now here it is in the middle of your heart, and you're rooted in the High Priestess. You see behind the veils of people as you change your mind and you change your whole entire life. You change what it is that you're focusing on. You see the veil that is behind you. You see what you've been hiding behind. A truth comes to the surface. Divinity speaks to you in rhymes and in riddles before you really start to understand the language that is guiding you. Truth and balance, truth and justice leads you forward. Your heart is a bit of a mystery. But during this time, Aries, learn to cherish the mystery. You have the repeat of the number 2 with your heart. Creative energy is a part of you. Creative passion. Duality of soul, of self. There's a balance. There's a brilliance to you. Understanding that balance, coming to terms with that balance, is going to be one of the main points of this time. But there are greater mysteries that come forward. There's a spiritual awakening that can definitely be yours if you choose it. It might be too intense. If it is, tell Spirit that. But if this is what you've been waiting for, know that you can go deeply down this road and really connect with the world in a profound way. But things will come at you quickly, passionately, and will stay with your heart for quite some time. The dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new, through healing and following your truth and starting your journey. There's a great equalizer that comes. And that's what's happening as you move forward. It's equalizing your life. It's seeing that balance. It's seeing that transformation. It's knowing your truth. And then it's seeing that nothing stays the same. There is that honor in the fact that we are always evolving, always becoming. And the person that we were is kind of like a snake that sheds its skin. The skin that has been shed, we're not going to stay the same. In the public arena, as you heal and as you begin this journey, it could be a mourning time is needed before you can truly walk forward. There's also a sense of nothing is ever meant to stay exactly as it was. Life is about change, the changing of seasons, the changing of self, the changing of soul, the evolution, the empowering. It brings you to strength. Strength of compassion. Strength of character as you face the worry, the doubts, the fears. You're stronger than them. And your love guides you in that strength. This, of course, the Death card is, of course, Scorpio energy, October 23rd to November 21st. And the Strength card is Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. It brings you to the Nine of Cups. Wishes being granted, prosperity abounding, contentment, power, beauty of heart. It is easier for other people to see this than it is for you. Start to embrace your truth. It is amazing. And it's what you've longed for so long. As the chaos dies away, the beauty remains. All right, so let's see what your subconscious has to say here. We're going to start off with your subconscious chakra message, which is balance. Subconsciously, for the first half of 2020, you have the root chakra, and you are rooted in the desire of balance, the masculine and the feminine coming together, the balance and harmony of life, soul, and self. This then moves you to your subconscious spirit animal message, which is the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. It is time to move forward, and a release comes. Your subconscious tarot message is the Two of Wands. The world is not so large and scary. There is power within you, and that power opens the world to you in ways you haven't imagined. It leads you to your subconscious, going deeper, and saying the hurts, the pains, the disappointments that have been such a part of ourselves, that we hide away and say, this is what defines me, but this is my greatest shame. This is my greatest hurt. This is what broke me. And I will never talk about it because it is too powerful. It is too much. We bring it to the light of day, and it scorches away the devastation, the nightmare-like quality that lurks in the darkness. And we embrace our love. We embrace our truth. In Aries, you find that you are a strength that is unbelievable and profound. And now let's see your subconscious major arcana. It is the moon. By facing fears, the mysteries open. Power and grace and knowledge and wisdom come forward. Things that are not easily seen are what you seek. That is why your heart is rooted in the High Priestess. There is beauty there. Beauty in the mysteries. Even beauty in the fears. Because as we conquer fears, we embrace a heroism of life, a power of existence that at one point was unimaginable. There's a tremendous mystery to you, Aries. There's a tremendous power to you. And the heavens guide you in a way you could hardly expect. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we step into a new year, as we embrace a strength that at times felt like it was slipping away, and as we step into a truth more profound and into a grace more beautiful than we could ever have imagined. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries.